But most of you are probably undercharging. That you need to increase your prices? You need more proof. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Money Mondays, and today I've got a part mindset, part tactical and strategic video for you. We're not gonna dive super deep into any business models or theory or anything like that today, so it's a little bit more mindset focused, but I think it's really going to help out a lot of people, especially those of you who are still trading time for money. And I'm not saying that that's necessarily a bad thing, especially if you're in coaching, consulting, speaking, any of the high ticket stuff. I don't mind that you're doing that. I do a lot of that myself. But most of you are probably undercharging. Like, most of you are probably leaving a ton of money on the table, and I want you to be able to increase your prices. Now, many of you have attempted to increase your price. You've tried to increase your speaking fee, you've tried to increase your coaching fee, you've tried to increase the price of your coaching program, your consulting package, like whatever it is that you do. Many of you have tried to charge more. You've tried to charge 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 for a particular package, but for whatever reason, you keep getting shut down, and all you're left with is these low ticket clients that end up paying next to nothing. And yeah, maybe you feel good at first because you're making 100, 200 bucks an hour, but eventually you start to scale that up and you realize you can't get rich off of that. And I love it because when we were kids, we were told that attorneys who make 400, 500, 600 bucks an hour, like they were just killing it, and they were the ones driving the Ferraris, and they were the ones living in the mansions and driving the yachts and all sorts of stuff. And that's not the truth. Like, I don't know if you've ever tried to live off of that type of money, but number one, you're always gonna be burnt out. And number two, you're not buying a Bugatti or a yacht on 500 bucks an hour. Like, you're just not, unless you're making it 24 hours when you sleep, and now you're a business owner, you're not trading your time for money. But I digress. That is another video for another day. But my point is, if you're trading time for money and you want to increase your prices so that you are not stuck in that situation that I just described, the number one thing, like the only secret, the only thing that you need, even more than getting better at what you do, I know that's sacrilegious to say, but even more than getting better at what you do, even more than finding the best converting headlines or funnels, even more than integrating AI into what you do, even more than all the best email nurture sequence you've ever seen in your life, even more than any of that, the number one thing that you need to increase your prices is proof. Through and through. You need more proof. If you're not able to increase your prices, it's because your prospects or your leads are not fully convinced that you are going to get them the outcome that you promised them. That's it. That's the only reason. They don't fully trust and believe that you are the right person for the job. And you might say, oh, how could they doubt me? And the truth is, nobody thinks you're as sweet as you are, especially in business. Like, people don't care about what you say. Like, that's the harsh reality. Nobody cares how dope you think you are. People only care about how many people have pointed back to you to say, I owe my success to you in whatever field it is that you're helping people in, right? Because hopefully if you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, you're helping people solve a problem. If you don't have 1,000 people pointing back to you saying, this individual solved my problem, it's gonna be very, very difficult to increase your prices. And of course, the more notoriety and credibility that those people have that are giving you this testimonial, that are giving you this proof, the more powerful it is. So let me give you an example. I used to say things like, my time is valuable. I used to say that all the time. My time is valuable. And that means there are certain tasks that I just can't do. And guess who respected that? Nobody. Nobody, right? Why? Because I was a young kid coming out of college who, even though I was smart, even though I had degrees, even though I was very, very good and talented at what I do, I didn't have the proof yet. It was too early, right? And so even though I did value my time, even though I was good at what I did, all of those things were completely and utterly true. I didn't have the proof to be able to command higher prices for my time. Because people would look at me and say, okay, well, what evidence do you have that what you say is true? And I would say, well, can I show it? Can I prove it to you? They said, well, yeah, but not for that price. I'm not gonna let you experiment on me. And then over the last 3 years, I doubled Eric Thomas's bookings on his speaking gigs year over year. I helped put a book on the New York Times bestseller list. I helped co-develop a 7-figure software product. I did all these different things. Now I have proof. And so when people come to me, true story, 2 weeks ago, somebody came to me and said, hey, I got this spreadsheet. We're gonna need you to update this on a regular basis. I was like, I'm not trying to be funny here. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to be rude. I promise you I'm not. But that is something that an intern can do. Or the person who asked it, this is something that you can do. But I have proven that my time is valuable because my time has made millions and millions and millions of dollars for people. I've sold multiple 7 figures from state. Like, I've sold millions of dollars worth of products in 60 minutes. You can't tell me that you need me to do stuff on a spreadsheet anymore. That's done, right? But I have proof. If I had said, I'm pretty sure that my time is worth more because I think that I've developed the skill set to be able to, nobody cares. Nobody cares. When you have proof, you can command more pricing power and you can do less of the stuff that you don't want to do. Tangible takeaways. What do we need to do? Number one, you need to document everything that you do. Even the stuff that you think like, I'm just kind of helping out and pitching in on this thing. It's not a huge deal. Document it. Document it from start to finish. Even if you played a part on a bigger team, like I said, I helped put a book on the New York Times bestseller list. I was a part of a team, or 4 or 5 of us, right? Again, that's still a major accomplishment for a first-time traditionally published author, for a team of 4 or 5 people who, for the most part, we didn't know what we were doing. That's still a major thing, right? Like, I was a quarter of the accomplishment, right? So even an example like that, though, if you are on a team, maybe you're on a sales team, maybe you're on a leadership team, maybe you're on some sort of club or committee, and your organization pulls off a big accomplishment, that's something you can still point to and say, hey, I was a part of this. I helped drive this forward. I helped push this over the finish line. And you can still point back to that. So again, document everything that you do. Number 2, get testimonials. And the more testimonials you can get from high profile people, I promise you it is worth it 1,000,000 times over to do free work for high profile people that are willing to give you a testimonial. Worth it. Those sorts of testimonials are worth their weight in gold from people who are well respected in whatever industry that you are in. Worth their weight in gold. So if you're starting out and you're in that position that I was in a few years ago, where you want to command more for your time, but you just don't have the proof yet, people don't seem to be respecting you, people are not responding well to your requests with your pricing, right? What you need to do is document, get testimonials, and work for free to get those testimonials if you have to, and build up your proof, your undeniable stack of evidence that you are one of the best in the world at what you do. And then you bring that to the table, and now there's no emotions. You don't have to figure out how to negotiate. You don't have to be a smooth talker. You literally just have to go, hey, here's the proof. You wanna be like these people or not? And everything becomes very, very simple and very, very easy. And this is why in business, most of the time, and in life for that matter, most of the time things are really, really hard before they get really, really easy. What I need you to do is go through that period of really, really hard so that you can get to that period of really, really easy. I hope that this makes sense. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you got value out of it, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all the fun stuff. I'll see you on the next episode of Money Mondays. Peace.